The Last of Us gave us their final episode for the season. Episode 9 is called Look for the Light, and how appropriate because this is shedding light. But the only
Hey,
thing you have to look for is that like and subscribe button. I'm Brandon, and today I'm joined by my guy, the one who is with me from the very start, episode 1, right down here to the final episode, Captain Joe Dove. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. What a season finale. What a way to wrap this up. It's all come to an end. It's all come to a head, and I loved it. And I hope you guys hit that subscribe button because we've got a lot to shed light on just this last season finale, but also in the future. So be sure you subscribe, baby.
There's a lot to talk about. There's a whole lot. What did you think of the episode? Just
I thought it was
initial. Yeah.
And initially, I thought, oh boy, it's going to be a slow way to end it because HBO has a way of like really building up the second to last episode of being like the everything, and then the last episode's kind of like, okay, it's over. But this one, they were like, no, we're going to give you something good, something to remember us by, so that you come back for season 2. I think they did a great job in doing that.
It's really been able to. I've been watching it very closely, not just because I enjoy the show, but also they've been sticking close to adapting the game as
Mhm.
true to how the game was presented
It's true.
for those who played it. So it was really interesting because I felt like I knew how it was going to end. Like I knew where this was going. But as I've said many times before, I haven't actually played the game. I'm just aware of it. And so this is my first time going through it. And even though I knew the ending that was coming, I was still had the anticipation building. So it was getting wild for me, Joe.
Yeah, same.
What I did not expect,
Oh,
what I did not expect, and maybe I should have expected, maybe this is foolish. But we begin with yet another flashback because that's what this show is very good
I
at.
don't know if you remember Wayne's World.
I I know the reference you're making. I don't know if everyone else did, but I'm quite sure that Wayne's World reference was in our demographic. So
Yeah.
that's a. But we're looking at another flashback. This time we have Ashley Johnson, the original voice and motion capture actress for Ellie. She's running through the woods, pregnant. No, that's not. There we go.
Yeah, I
There
got
we
it.
go. Good job,
Thank you.
Joe. Ashley Johnson running through the woods, pregnant with baby Ellie, and it's very cool to see the voice actress of Ellie being the mom. You know, yeah,
Yeah.
it very even though Bella Ramsey was not present for this scene, it very much felt like a passing of the torch for
Yeah.
me,
Uh-huh.
seeing Ashley Johnson, just basically, during this, eventually she gives birth, like, just like a minute or two later, you know,
What a
after she's
scene.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like give them hell, Ellie.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
but I also found it interesting that there's so many facial similarities between Ellie and the actress that played Ellie's mom, who was the voice of Ellie. I thought it was like, did they put makeup on Bella Ramsey and do this? And then, luckily I have you and you told me, no, that's the lady that did the voice and motion capture. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. So I don't know if that was just casting choices that made this work so well or for Bella Ramsey, but it worked really well. And I was like, oh,
I felt the same way. Like I thought Bella Ramsey was good casting, but I didn't realize how much she actually kind of, uh, how much,
resembled.
yeah, how much resemblance there is between Ashley Johnson and Bella Ramsey. Like that threw me for a loop for a second. So it was really cool being able to compare the faces, and the scene itself was a bit weird for me
Yeah.
because um we've had a guest on our channel before, not on this show, but on our channel,
Hmm.
AJ Orsini.
Oh, I know that guy.
Yeah, yeah, you know that guy.
I know that guy.
Um, and I remember he gave me a call when he was about to become a father for the first time, and his wife
Aw.
was in the hospital. And I actually went to the hospital while, uh, while his wife was in labor.
Oh, wow.
And like I went like right after work. So it's really early in the morning or late in the night, depending on your perspective.
Mhm.
And I was there for a little bit, and no baby was born yet.
Oh,
Uh, late labor takes time. So
oh.
like, so the scene to me was like really funny because it's like
But she's like, "Oh, pick up your brother, dear."
she's running through the woods. She's in the cabin. She's being chased. The water breaks. Out comes this cordyceps monster, and
Yeah.
and then like the baby is born, all in a matter of the opening 3 minutes of the show.
Yeah, it was great timing.
It's a very convenient baby.
Yeah.
um, but that scene was wild. That the having I think knowing that there was a mom in general, that children are still born during the apocalypse is a bit, I guess, weird when you're watching, because at least for me, it's like, who's giving birth in this era?
Yeah, I'd be like, "You know what? I'm gonna tie these tubes up."
Yeah, but there's still the matter of new children being born in the apocalypse,
Mhm.
and I did wonder how this was happening. I did watch A Quiet Place,
Okay.
so I was very interested in seeing how they would have their The Last of Us, birth scene, and it wasn't safe.
No.
And you know, I thought it was a very good origin story, I guess, for Ellie, like seeing how she came to be and how she came to gain this immunity. What I also did not know, because again, I have not played the game,
Right.
was that Marlene was present for not present for the childbirth, but was there when Ellie was born. So
Right.
it's very cool to see Meryl Danbridge return as Marlene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, were you shocked to see Meryl as well? Did you know about this?
Yeah, I was shocked because I was like, "Oh, I thought she did." Because in the first episode, they had, like, a little scuffle.
Hmm.
Oh, it was nice to see her again, so to speak, and when it all came said and done, crashing down in the air tonight, I thought it was, well, I mean, how it ended was like, "Oh, wow." But, it was good to see this character come back one last time.
It's it was wild because seeing Meryl once again, I'm saying the real name, seeing Marlene be there during this birth scene, it was interesting because we saw when we're first introduced to Ellie in the show, we see that she's caught by the fireflies. So
Mhm.
it lets me know that Marlene always knew who she was. That's the thing that I didn't expect. That's the thing that threw me off. Like she didn't just capture this girl and you know uh, uh, uh not know who she was. She knew who she was. She knew her mother. She's been part of Ellie's life from the beginning.
Right.
And oh
Literally.
yeah,
"Hey,
hello
Nita.
Nita.
What up there?"
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really cool being able to see Marlene and her relationship with Ellie, because again, been there from the beginning, which I was not expecting. So that was really wild. Um, but from there, we actually do finally get to jump in to see Joel and Ellie, which is kind of what I was waiting for, because after last week, the way that ended, um, Ellie defending herself, chopping up a man to pieces,
Phew.
And we see the after effects immediately. The normally very chatty Ellie is surprisingly quiet,
Yeah.
and the normally very solemn and stern Joel is just talking up a storm.
Yeah. It was like a switch of personalities.
What did you think of that switch, though?
I mean, that was I kind of expected that because he had been going and going and going and after being stabbed and fighting and killing, and he was tired, man. He was tired. And then he finally got his rest. And when he got rejuvenated and he went on that killing spree last week, I think he was like, I feel good. I killed up everybody. I saved you. And I'm taking you to where you needed to go. So yeah, life's good. I did it.
He seems kind of nervous to me. I don't know if it's because for so long he's been like denying his bond with Ellie, almost not wanting to acknowledge her as a person, in the previously on The Last of Us segment. They're very short. They're very certain to throw out the part where he mentions that she's cargo.
Yeah.
And that gap between them has closed. He no longer sees her just cargo. He offers, maybe, instead of looking for this hospital, since everywhere we've gone, it's just brought us more trouble. Maybe we should just forget about this whole deal and, just chill. I can. He never says that I could be like your father figure, but we don't have to do this. And that was such a big change, from where they began. And I knew that change was coming. It was very interesting to see how we got here. But now we're here.
We're here.
He offers to take it to the town. I mean, was this big for you?
I mean, it's the end. It's what I anticipated. This is how the natural progression should have and has come to pass, rather. And the surprise was how they filmed the surprise and when they go into the zoo. I thought those were really cool moments. And how those guys crept up, and just like the cordyceps, like things happen in the background in this show.
Yeah.
And it's done so well that it shocks you. You're like, oh no, there's something moving behind you. You know what I mean? Like once I saw that movement, I was like, oh no. And I knew something bad was going to happen. Sure enough.
Well, did Joel seem nervous to you when he was, getting all chatty? Like, to me, I felt like it was nerves.
It was a nervous chat, you think?
Yeah, man. I see Joel and he's like, hey, we don't have to, go to the hospital. We don't have to check it all out. It's only because Ellie insists that for all the death that's been surrounding her, that, we take this, we continue to take this further because it can't all be for nothing,
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting seeing him he's been very steadforward and just very dedicated to the mission.
Right.
And it's that role reversal that you spoke of. It's seeing him and kind of fall back while she now takes the lead, which could very much be something I anticipate for season 2 when that comes along. Is Ellie going to be the one to take the lead?
She would have to.
Well, she will have to. And you've hinted at the end, and we're going to get to that very soon. But they do spend some time together. They move into this new area. They need to scout around it. We have one of the very few, maybe the last beautiful scene of the show. They go and they're investigating this area. It looks really scary at first. Ellie's on her own. There's Joel's trying to climb up after her after this ladder. The ladder falls out of, I guess, Ellie's excitement. And he's traveling now through this, I don't want to say condemned, but like abandoned like skyscraper. There's orange tarp everywhere.
Yeah.
and we're anticipating danger. The music says danger. The lighting says danger. And they end up actually meeting the giraffe finally. It's been hinted at for so long.
Is that not how a giraffe makes a noise?
Giraffes don't actually have larynxes, so I don't
Really?
know if they
All that
have...
neck?
I don't know if they make noise.
Wow.
I gotta double check. I gotta do some animal biology, some zoology, some...
Wait, you're not a vet? I thought you were a veterinarian.
No.
No.
I have a completely different YouTube channel. I'm definitely exploiting my veterinarian skills. So, but no, giraffes don't, for all that neck, like you mentioned, they don't have larynxes. So I don't think they neigh or whinny like horses.
Oh man.
Sorry to disappoint you. Like you seemed really...
That's a missed opportunity, God.
A missed opportunity.
Yeah, all that neck, you should have had the most
think
epic,
they chose this?
Huh?
You think they chose this?
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, I'm sure if they could have had a voice, they would have chose one.
Yeah.
We get the giraffe moment. I thought this was super cool because it has been hinted at. I've actually seen the image in the game prior. In the show, we saw like a little stuffed animal of a giraffe, and I think there's a giraffe poster hanging in the background of someone's room.
Yeah.
So there was teases of the giraffe. I didn't know that the giraffe was a scene that we were actually going to get. And I'm not sure if you know this or if anybody watching knew this, but that giraffe was real. They had real giraffes for this scene.
Yep.
Which I thought was really cool. I'm so used to CGI.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that there were no special effects involved. You obviously see the blue screens present.
It turns out the city was fake.
The city was fake. The giraffe is real, baby.
Yeah.
Brought out Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really cool moment. And it was like the last, like, really sweet moment.
Yeah.
It was... I don't know. I find that in between all of the horror and all of the, I don't know, just general fatigue of being in the apocalypse and people ruining your day and trying to hunt you down and murder you, there's always like these little, just like cute scenes in the middle. So this was like the last one we got before shit hit the fan.
Giraffe hum only.
Oh, thank you, Nita.
Wow.
Yep, so they hum. All right. I didn't even know they could do that.
It's eating like grass all the time.
Hey, man, you keep the grass off our page, man. So from here, it does look like the giraffe softens Ellie up a bit. Ellie had been very distracted this episode. Ellie had been just kind of probably still in the days from last week. She went through a lot. She's got this mission she's looking forward to. I did mention that she was focused at least on that, but that was a lot of trauma that she had to deal with, and I don't think she's fully recovered from it. The giraffe helped her lighten the mood a little bit. From there we got some puns. We got some fun puns.
Fun book return. That was nice.
Yeah, and there was a bit more bonding between both Joel and Ellie, as Joel admits to his hearing loss and his scar caused by a self-inflicted wound, because this is the apocalypse, and he was hey, Mama Bombo's here.
Oh, word. Hey, Mom.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, Mama?
But during this particular scene, this was a moment where Joel acknowledged that there was a time when he wanted to end it. He was focused. He was ready. There was no fear. And yet, when it came time to pull the trigger, he flinched.
Yeah.
And to Ellie's benefit, It's a good thing that he flinched. It's a good thing that he didn't take his life.
Yeah, because Ellie would have had a lot harder time without it.
She says that, or she says, time heals all wounds, I guess. And Joel responds, that it's, sometimes it's the people, it's who, it's not just that time heals all wounds, but implying that she's the one that healed him.
Right.
Showing that bond between the two. I'm glad we finally made it here between the two characters. And it's really interesting seeing.
I can't believe this whole city is CGI. That's like incredible.
The city CGI. I think they were recording. Well, not that scene specifically, but I do think they found a hospital to record in for the following scene. And it hurts because when we get to the hospital scene, which is really like soon, but it's as Ellie's finally beginning to soften up. That's when we get, the puns, as I mentioned, followed by smoke bomb, like low, just out of nowhere. Ha! Smoke bomb. And this beautiful moment is interrupted, and it doesn't really take a lot of time. We go from there to now we're getting into our action sequence. Joel awakens, and we find himself in the hospital, surrounded by, I won't say surrounded, but like he has Marlene there and two other Fireflies, and they let him know the truth of Ellie's situation. Ellie can process the cure through surgery that they have surgeons available to do. There is the cordyceps are growing with her, have been growing with her, and it emits, let's say, a chromosome, a message that lets other cordyceps think that she is one of them, thus kind of making her immune. And it's something that they believe they can process and spread to the rest of civilization. But it would kill her in the process, Joe.
Damn it.
Yeah. There we see her with the doctors there. But this does not sit well with Joel.
Nah.
Which leads to probably one of the biggest debates of, I don't know, the decade, because the game's been around for longer than a decade.
Yeah.
People find themselves on either side. Is Joel the bad guy here? Because what happens is he's got to make a choice. Let her go through with this surgery, let her die, and basically, let everyone be cured, or fuck the cure, and we go ahead and get Ellie out of there. In the game, it's not really a choice. There is a choice there, but the choice isn't to not get Ellie. You're going to get Ellie. It's just a matter of, do I want to do this in a stealthy way and avoid all of the Fireflies, or we gonna go the murdering route, kill everybody here, get my surrogate daughter, and clear out that way.
Cue Terminator music.
Joel goes full Rambo in this scene. What did you think about the scenes in Joel going to get his daughter?
Rambo Joel is the best Joel there is to go. He was swift. He had cat-like speed, if you will. He really went in and handled the business. And then his choices as they were talking to him, they were like, whoa, wait a minute, and everything. And you kind of thought maybe he was going to think about it, and he didn't. It was, boom, and I got a soundbar finally. So when those gunshots went, it sounded like there was somebody shooting at my place. I was like, oh my God, it's so loud.
That's a good quality soundbar.
Oh my God, it's incredible.
Do you think Joel made the right choice?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because why? Like they can't process a cure from the blood. They have to kill her. Like they have to chop her up into bits. That doesn't sound right to me. It sounds like they could probably save that group of fireflies through her, and the only way is because they don't know the full way. And oh, sorry, your little girl gotta die. But look, we're all okay. You might not be, but the people that matter are. You know what I mean? I hate that like elitist type of mentality. It's like I matter more than you, and that's it.
How dare you assume that the fictional scientists of this fictional disease are wrong?
They usually are.
No, but I'm inclined to agree with you. I guess the only weird part for me is because I see it that way, and I think a lot of doctors and whether it be immunologists or surgeons, I think many people would agree that that's not how if you want to find an antibody, you ain't gotta
Chop up people.
Yeah, you don't have to kill nobody.
It's all in the blood. You
The-
put those vials and that's how it works.
the vial and the zzz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that didn't cure. You know what I mean? Like that's how it worked for me, and that's how I saw it in science class.
And hold on, there we go. There.
They should have given her a choice and tell her the truth about the results. Oh,
See, and that's the thing. All right, so Nita, you're saying the thing. You're saying the thing I agree with.
said the thing.
You said the thing, and the thing that I agree with. I guess I don't have a problem so much with the murderous rampage that Joel went on.
Yeah.
So much as the really heartbreaking thing for me was when confronted about it. Like Joel didn't tell the truth.
No.
Yeah. It was really wild.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Joel crossed a couple of lines, and while I understood why he crossed those lines, the more I think about it, the harder it is for me to say that that I'm okay with what happened. I think there's one scene in particular that really threw me off as Joel's going through his little murder escapades. Man. So like the show is very good at not being particularly graphic.
Right.
There's a lot of implied violence, but they don't show a lot of gore.
Right.
But they show this one guy who's already dead laying on the floor, and they really focus in on him. And I think the reason why they focus in on him is because they don't want you to think that the people he's killing are like stormtroopers. Like they're not faceless.
Yeah.
They're not faceless soldiers. You mentioned it already. The one dude who put his gun down and had his hands up.
Yeah.
And Joel shot him anyway.
It don't matter at this point. It's like I knew what you're trying to do, and I'm not having it.
Well, once you make the choice, here's the thing. Once you make the choice, I agree. Like you can't turn your back on him. He's just gonna pick the gun up and shoot you.
Exactly.
So like once you make the choice, I get why he made the choice. But it was harder for me to accept because again, these weren't just faceless, nameless drones so much as these were people who were fighting for a cause, found the cure, regardless of how they went about getting it. They found the cure to the apocalypse, so to speak. You know?
Right.
We can get rid of all the zombies easily. Once we distribute this cure to everybody and the cordyceps no longer see us as prey, we can eliminate them easily.
Right.
You know? So all these guys, I don't think of them as bad guys. And Joel went and killed all of them. Right. It was a bit wild. And then we saw that again when he got to the doctor. The doctor isn't a soldier. He said that he would, he wasn't going to stop. He wasn't going to help. But he wasn't a soldier. He had no guns. He had no weapons.
Yeah.
And he got capped in the head, Joe.
Pow! And that's fine. Oh,
what was there a line that you feel was crossed? Like, is there, even though you're
I'm
support
Team
Joel's
Joel.
decision, yeah,
Yeah.
is there a line that you wouldn't have crossed?
Me personally, no, I agree. Like, I feel like he found out it's not all it's cracked up to be, and it's not going to save the world. And even if it is, it's a sacrifice that's too heavy. He spent all this time, went through all these harrowing situations, nearly died several times, and she saved his life. I feel like he felt it was more important that she lived than uh, finding the cure, because there is another way. He can get the vials, and you can, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So
Nita agrees with you.
yeah,
You got to save Ellie, you got to kill them all. I get it. It was just a bit tough for me seeing everybody, and
yay, Alicia, I arrive.
Alicia's in the chat, and
Welcome,
maybe she can
Alicia.
let me know her feelings. Um, you know, was there any remorse? Because I think most people watching probably might have agreed with Joel that you
Everybody,
didn't need to kill Ellie to get the cure.
right?
But I don't know. I felt just a little bad seeing some of these people die, seeing the doctor who's not a soldier get got. I'm glad at least we didn't see whether or not he killed the nurses. I'm hoping he didn't kill the nurses.
They did.
They that okay, Joe.
They did. He said, "What now?"
I hope he didn't kill the nurses. Like
Nobody.
they unhooked her. They saw the surgeon die, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh no, I don't want none of that shit."
Listen, I don't have any weapons. You can do what you want. I'm just gonna go out the back door.
and
Bro, he
oh
definitely felt bad. The execution style killing is how you know it's the quickest way. He laced them.
no, I think she's saying Lassie.
Lassie?
I don't think anybody killed Lassie. I think you're thinking of Old
Old
Yeller.
Yeller. Yeah.
Yes.
Old Yellered him.
Oh my goodness. That's old school tears. Oh my god. That's
Yeah,
before my time.
that brings back old school tears in the auditorium of my elementary school. He
Oh
gave
my
him the
goodness.
Yeller treatment.
But wow. It's it's
Wow.
it's it's tough. I felt bad. I know that. And again, it made me feel like that video game vibe,
Mm,
watching Joel go through this entire hospital and take everybody out, ducking behind the walls. Even though there were certain moments where it was fast forwarded. It's like, all right, one moment he's in the staircase, next thing you know, he's in the hallway.
yeah.
Um, I
We
think
need
that
to
only
speed
helped the
this up
video
for
game vibe.
broadcast purposes. I felt like that's
And
what they were doing.
well, then we get downstairs, and the entire time, I'm wondering when Marlene is going to show up. And then there she is, and like in the basement, waiting by the car. We
Yeah.
have this final confrontation, and I don't know why Marlene didn't just shoot him then,
Word.
personally.
I think she thought she was going to be able to reason with him. Like, I mean, I don't think she knew the doctor was dead. What do you think?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know what she knew,
Yeah.
because when she was telling him, it was like, even now, I mean, you're probably right, Alicia. Yeah, she's probably scared to hit Ellie. I get
Yeah.
it. That's the cure right
Good
there.
point. Yeah. It's a great point.
But like I don't know what she knew. I don't think she has like access to cameras to every room, but I think she knew that he killed a whole bunch of people and he's down here with Ellie, so there's a good chance the doctor died.
Yeah.
But
There's a great chance. There's a lot of death behind these doors.
but there's the opportunity to even now turn back. She believes that not only is she doing the right thing, but she feels like she cares as much, if not more than Joel. This was her best friend's daughter. She was sworn to keep her alive. She's willing to let that friend go in order to get this cure.
Yeah.
So it's what's that now?
She shouldn't have told him about Ellie's surgery. She did, and she knows how he is, so she brought this to herself.
Oh, it's her fault she did. She brought it on to herself.
Yeah, you shouldn't have said shit. Should just shut up and be like, no, they're just gonna take a little blood and like.
You're probably right, Nita.
Yeah.
Maybe Marlene should have just shut up. And when Joel said, "Hey, where is she?" Like, oh, she's she's having a shower.
Yeah.
She's yeah, she's in the break room having some food. Yeah. She'll be right here.
Some snacky snacks.
Yeah. Just wait here for a couple of hours.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like, you need rest, Joel. Just hang out here.
Yeah, I agree with Nita. I would have been like, you will be reunited with Ellie after Le Blood Simple.
It's regardless of what choices should have been made, Marlene made the choice that she did, and it cost her. We don't see immediately what happens. It just kind of cuts from this confrontation between Joel and Marlene, and Joel's in a car now, and we don't see anyone, riding shotgun with him, but he checks the rear view mirror, and there she is. Ellie is there.
Mm-hmm.
And a whole new uncomfortable situation begins from there, because Ellie starts to wake up, and now Ellie's trying to figure out what happened. And Ellie can figure out kind of that something's a bit off.
Mm-hmm.
The answers are all weird, Joe. What's happening?
You killed all them people? No, they're sleeping.
It's true.
To figure this out.
Yeah,
you were tried.
Yeah, we knew Ellie was there with him. We knew we ain't give her up.
No,
but we have this moment now where it just kind of gets a bit uncomfortable, and it reminds me of the beginning of the episode, because in the beginning of the episode, Joel was talking too much and Ellie was a bit quiet.
Right.
And we get more of that, because as Ellie tries to figure out what's going on, where are we? Where's my clothes? Why are there drugs in my system? I feel weird. What's happening? And all of Joel's answers feel very unsatisfactory. Where's my clothes? Oh, some raiders hit the hospital really conveniently. Like I didn't have time to grab your clothes. We had to go. We'll grab you some more clothes later.
Her butt was out. All surgical gowns are open in the back. She like, I'm her butt out.
These are very important questions that need to be asked. If you're not asking why your butt is out when your butt is out, then then you're not asking the important questions.
Exactly.
But she's asking questions like, why has I got the drugs? What's happened to me? Where's my clothes? Did people get hurt? Joel, one word answer, yes.
Yeah.
Is Marlene okay? Joel doesn't answer. And immediately after that, Ellie turns around. And we go from there to seeing them outside, and they're engaging more and trying to figure more things out. Ellie being a bit truthful, talking about her first kill, hoping to open up and maybe create some break down some walls, because there's definitely a barrier between the two at the moment. At least that's the way I interpreted it.
Mm-hmm.
And Ellie wants a promise, that if we're going we're going back home, tell me the truth. Tell me that everything that happened in the hospital happened the way you said it. And swear to me. And it's kind of implied that they've been together for a long time. Like, Ellie does know.
Yeah, well,
Ellie does know Joel, and Ellie knows that Joel is being a bit off. He's not answering questions truthfully. And so we get this moment, and it's the moment we close out to. Did things happen the way you said it? Swear to me. And Joel does it. He says, I swear. And
She was also looking at her arm where the doctors pulled out that IV super fast. That leaves a mark. She knows that was hooked up to something and isn't anymore. Joel's story has holes. Alexa, play. She knows.
Well, Alexa's gonna have to play. We can't play. We ain't got the rights. but it's true. She was looking at her arm, and like, you're telling me that, oh, there's no cure. There's what was it Joel said? That there's dozens of kids like you, or there's dozens like you, like you're not alone. There's others like you, but can't find the cure.
Yeah.
And they stopped trying to look for a cure. And this goes back to the earlier conversation of Ellie saying that, she doesn't want it all to be for nothing. And Joel is telling her that all of this was basically for nothing. Oh, there's no cure and the doctors have given up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not sitting right, Joe.
No. It's like when you have bad pizza. It just don't sit right.
Well, I'm not sure if I would compare them on the same metric.
Well, kind of.
I'm not sure. Yes. Okay, fine. It does not sit right like bad pizza.
Right.
After Joel goes and swears to her, Ellie goes and just kind of sits on that for a bit and says, okay. It's like, all right. And that's how we close out the show.
Yeah.
I have to feel like, oh my God. I agree with Anita. Ellie knows that Joel's lying.
Yep.
She has to know.
Mm-hmm.
He
broke her heart with that. He took away all her specialness to save her. Like, she is someone who told she is essentially the savior of the world, and now she's like not even unique, according to Joel. You just regular, okay? Don't worry. You ain't nobody.
I'm sure he considers her unique, but no, that very special thing that made you the star of the show, no, that's not.
You're not the only one. Sorry.
You're not the only one, and the doctors don't care anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go.
The end.
Yeah. Fade to black.
And it's that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking because, earlier Joel goes and tells Marlene that this isn't her choice to make. And Marlene says it's not your choice either.
Right.
And deep down, that given the choice, given the opportunity, Ellie would choose to save the people, not run away.
Yeah.
And I can't help but feel like she's right.
You regular baby girl.
I can't help but feel that, Ellie would make that choice as well. We're going to find out soon. We already know there's a season 2 coming. We also know there's going to be a season 3 because season 2 is going to be or should I say...
game 2 is going to be broken up into 2 seasons.
Yes, exactly. So we know there's going to be a season 3. So long as like season 2 doesn't just like shit the bed entirely. But it's just this masterpiece of storytelling. Just season 2 comes and
no.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see where we go. Oh, good job, Joe.
Yeah, it was late, but hey, it's worth it.
Good job.
Thank you.
Hold on, Alicia. Excellent comment here. You just feel the character will remember this decision moment happening. Yeah. Looking right into Bella Ramsey's eyes and like, oh my goodness, they all did such a great job. Kudos to all of them.
Well done. Even the giraffe. Well done. Even though you don't really.
You need a giraffe. I don't know if a giraffe fits in the condo, Joe.
No. I said even the giraffe.
Oh, even the giraffe. All right.
Kudos to him.
I need a giraffe.
Yeah, Definitely doesn't fit in the condo.
It's like, what did you think of the episode? It's like, all I know is by the end of it, I really wanted a giraffe. That,
that is such a weird. But that's on Joe. I mean, that's how I
like
am.
that was the takeaway.
Yeah,
that was.
I should get a giraffe.
It's like, a lot of crazy things happen, but forget all that. What I really need is a giraffe.
Yeah,
that would really make me happy.
And they don't gallop, right? Like I can't ride it off into the sunset. Like, yeah.
I don't think whether you can ride it determines whether or not it can gallop or not. I think it still gallops. It just gallops with its neck like flopping.
So I'd probably get checked off of it anyway.
And the giraffe was real. The giraffe was real.
Yes.
Again, yes. The giraffe. Have I ever seen a giraffe run? No, I don't.
I don't live in the African Sahara.
Like not off of YouTube. Well, like on YouTube, I think I've seen one, or National Geographic. I don't have Disney Plus anymore, so I don't have it. So that brings a close to season 1 of The Last of Us. I mean, I don't want to say something as weird or just like, how did you feel about the show? Because I know how you feel about it already.
Right.
It's a great show. Do you agree with that? It's the best video game adaptation.
Absolutely.
Better even more than Brothers. Sonic.
But, oh wow! You know what? I keep forgetting about. But Sonic. The thing about Sonic, the second movie was more like the video game. I thought they did a better job. I thought it was a good story of the Sonic, but this one was more fleshed out. You have more time, so it worked out better. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And it was very deadly. And there was a giraffe. You didn't have a giraffe in Sonic.
The takeaway that Alicia got from this is that mycologists need to understand that we as a collective still are not interested in mushrooms. I think that especially when you go on YouTube, you'll see like a website like Wired and their YouTube channel, or GQ. They'll interview people and they'll have like the mycologists up there and giving their feedback on The Last of Us and how the cordyceps work. And I don't, enjoy your moment. Enjoy your 15 minutes. I'm not sure how long the mycology field is going to be enjoying the attention. But I'm glad they have it. I'm glad they have it while it's there. Good for them.
Well, I mean, this whole thing, the cordyceps are transferring from the ants into the deer.
Yes.
So, I mean, at some point, one of these hunters is going to be like, I'm going to wrestle this deer. And, they're going to...
Are you suggesting that it is more than a moment, that these mycologists have more to look forward to?
I think so. Because, like I said, they're going to be like, I'm going to wrestle the deer. And then...
Who is this fictional person you were implying? Is it Florida Man?
It's Florida Man.
It's Florida
Man. First cordyceps. His first clicker.
I guess only time will tell. Yep. I personally am excited for season 2. This is the last episode of The Last of Us for season 1, but it's not the last episode of Shedding Light. We will have more to come very soon. We are thinking about... Maybe I'm spilling the beans a little too early, but we are thinking about previewing and then following up with the Power Rangers miniseries that'll be on Netflix. And that'll be a good blast and pass. It's called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. It's going to be featuring quite a bit of the familiar faces who once wore that Power Ranger outfit, and they're still very popular Power Rangers to this day. I know Billy will be there. I know Zach will be there. I think Rocky will be there. Aisha, I think, is the Yellow Ranger. So there's Rangers of an older era who will be returning, and it's very cool, and we can't wait to check it out.
I just want to answer this question here. Who gonna pay for the Netflix subscription? Well, now that The Last of Us is over, you can cancel that HBO subscription and then buy the Netflix subscription, and everything is easy peasy.
I may get a Netflix subscription for literally 1 month.
Burn it and then go.
And yeah, so I'm gonna watch everything that I've missed like in that 1 month. I'm really just like, instead of binging a show, I'm just gonna binge Netflix
Yeah.
itself for a month. And John Oliver, would it?
What? What about
John
John Oliver's on HBO? I have a crush.
Well, no,
He's on
have
YouTube.
we don't have to cancel our HBO Max
Sure, you can save
subscription
the
because
money.
we're not paying for HBO Max.
Oh,
Anyway,
oh, that. Oh, here's a good one. Bro, I've been wondering when the cordyceps animals, why are the animals immune? I've been asking that every episode. I think there's footage of me questioning the animals on this very show.
I have a theory, and my theory is the monkeys that we've seen and the giraffes that we've seen just don't taste good.
Oh,
that is it.
And the dog.
That is it. No,
And
the
the
dogs are terrible. Don't eat the dog.
Yeah, and the horses. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe dogs do taste good because the moment the dog got a chance to run away, he did. He knew he was under a threat.
Yeah.
Dogs like, nah, I ain't having it.
Mm-mm.
He's like, these mushroom people are crazy. Yes. So keep an eye out.
Yes, make sure you subscribe.
Keep an eye out for Shedding Light.
Yeah.
Because we will be back and we will shed light on more of your favorite TV series. You
subscribe here. We'll be back
to a channel. Whether you're following us on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, or just hit the button, and we will be here continuing to shed light anytime we get the chance. Ain't that right, Joe?
That's damn right, man. Make sure you comment your favorite moments below.
Yeah, let us know your favorite moments in the Last of Us series, and we will interact with you. I promise. At least Joe will.
I will. I'm very good at that. Yeah. I have lunch breaks to go, hey guys, how's it going?
And that is it. So for one final time for this show, but not the final time of our series, Joe, it's time to hit the lights. Bye, everybody.
See you.